Dr. Rajiv. I am an intensivist and a critical care specialist and a physician working in Apollo Hospital, Jubilee Hills, Hyderabad. I work critical care since 2004 and dealing with a lot of critical ill patients on a daily basis. It was an honor for me to have been invited here for a lecture on a very unusual topic or very topic which has not been covered in the last 211 lectures, topic of critical care or what we call as intensive care. It is nothing new. Intensive care has been there in India for at least 2 decades now, but only recently it has evolved into a very specific specialty in which we have critical care doctors who are specially trained in critical care. They are the ones who manage the ICU. On a daily basis, 24/7, they take care of the patients who are very sick. Because critical care, the patients are never stable. Patients' condition keep on changing from hour to hour and from day to day. So in such conditions, the critical care specialist assumes a very important role. He is the person who identifies the problem much earlier than anyone else and takes corrective steps. He is a bridge between the patient and the primary doctor in which the patient is admitted. He has, along with his duty to find out about the patient, to take care of the patient, he also is a bridge to the patient family and the patient attendants. On a daily basis, he takes care of the patient and also updates the patient conditions to the near and dear ones who are not most of the times allowed in the ICU, who don't know very much about what the patient is happening, what the condition of the patient, or what is the disease of the patient. The critical care doctor, along with his nurse and other team members, update the patient condition daily, not only take care of the patient but also take care of the family and their problems also. So it's an evolving branch, but a very important branch, and no hospital in India is complete without an intensive care. And if you go by the statistics, presently most of the top hospitals in India, up to 25% of the beds constitute critical care beds. That is the importance of critical care. Though it is not very cheap, critical care is costly affair, but definitely it is life-saving. Ideally, a patient in the ventilator in the ICU should have one nurse per patient. And if the patient is not on ventilator, one nurse should 2 patients who are not on ventilator. So if you have a patient, an ICU which is 11 beds ICU, you would at least require 5 to 6 nurses every shift. So it would mean 30 to 35 nurses should be on the roll of the ICU. Plus there should be a doctor who should be the in charge, along with that there should be at least another 3-4 doctors who will be rotating round the clock to take care of the patient 24/7. MICU and these names are basically, ICU can be called a general ICU if different types of patients like cardiac patients, like brain patients, stroke, all patients are kept in one ICU. That's a mixed ICU we call it. But when you give specialized ICU, means a patient with kidney problems goes to renal ICU, a patient with a heart problem and who goes into ICU goes into a specially cardiac ICU. Similarly, a patient with stroke goes into a neuro ICU. So these are specialized ICUs in which take care of patients who are having the particular problem related to that unit. This improves the patient care, and also the nurses, doctors are more easily take care of the patients in a better way. ICU technologies are increasing day by day. We are having newer and newer ventilators, most advanced ventilators. We are having machines which can pump in oxygen even when the patient's lungs are failing. That is called ECMO, or extracorporeal membrane oxygenation. We have advanced dialysis machine which can dialyze the patient very fast within 4 hours or very slowly over 24 hours. We have monitors, all advanced monitors which can monitor every parameter of the patient. So these are the major advances which are happening in the ICU setups.